Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to your August reading, Sagittarius. I know that it's late. I'll spare you the excuses. I'm here. Let's talk about what's going on for you guys. And thank you. Thank you for patiently waiting. I know you guys understand. I shuffled quite a bit before I sat down, before I started. So the overall energy, we have the 9 of Cups for you, Sagittarius, and what is it that you want most? Do you have everything that you want? Are the things that you have surrounded yourself with, do they make you feel whole? Do they make you feel complete? Or does it still feel like there is something that is missing? Queen of Wands, I think that's pretty positive. It looks like you're quite proud of what you have achieved, as you should be. And if you aren't, it's really important that you take a moment to just give yourself some credit for how far you've come. Some of you may have purchased a new car, for having the energy and the strength to just even get up each day and keep going. You have a lot to celebrate. In that same vein, for those who are not feeling too proud right now, or feeling too good, or feeling too just know that there is a brighter day in sight. That's the promise of the Death card experience, and it being the major arcana coming out. It's letting us know that it's not really something that you can really that you can really avoid. It's something that you must go through. It's a process that you will have to endure. So the transformation is here on the table, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's guaranteed. There is always a choice. There is always a choice. There is always an influence that you have in the situation. There's always an influence that you have in the circumstances that come about, whether or not you realize it, whether or not you want to take ownership of it. I do think that there is some sexual tension. There is some sexual tension with someone and the Hangman card. So yeah, I laughed because there is this energy of suspension. You know, something is not really playing out. Something is not moving forward. It's like more information is needed with the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Like, I feel like you guys are really in this energy where you're just trying to gather the facts. And I'm not sure how many risks you are ready to take, or that you want to take, I should say, because it has a lot to do with what you want to do. Meaning that, don't you for a second allow yourself to think that you are powerless in any situations around this time. Even the ones that hurt the most. Maybe some of you are aware of some of the pain you may be causing, or on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, let me just be clear here, there is no blame here. And when I say that a pain you may be causing, I'm talking about unconscious emotions and feelings that you may have that you are kind of at the mercy of. I'm talking about impulses that push you to do certain things, say certain things, and even if the action is not super what's the word, boisterous, you know, even if it's not what you would consider to be something big, the effect that it has, the feeling that's behind it, it's like the after effect, the aftertaste of the thing, it's like that is felt or has the potential to be felt by others. Again, there is no blame here. This is something that we're all capable of. And why it's so important that we understand why we do the things that we do. When one flips over in here, it's like I have to get it out. So if you ever see me doing this, it's because like I felt it flip, but sometimes it's my mind playing tricks on me. Okay, so you may be having dreams about someone, or it's like there's someone that you can't get off your mind. And let's just okay, I want to give you some more information. Okay, let's get the tea. Okay, let me break it down real quick. Let me break it down. So there is someone here that you're dealing with, and I feel like there is a very obvious attraction or desire, or there's a very obvious attraction between the two of you, and a desire for each other. It's like you guys are pulled towards each other, and you may not necessarily know if this other person feels that way, but it's almost like it's so strong, it's like you can't help but feel like those feelings are reciprocated. But there is this sense of the unknown. And when I say that I don't know that you're ready to take some risks here, is because I feel like it's like there's something that would be, it has something to do with a secret, like getting out, or it has something to do with like you would be vulnerable in a very public way. So it's like something hurts here because of the amount of restraint that you have to exhibit. And the unfortunate part of it is the way that you're perceived by people. I think it's, well, let me just be more specific. The way that you're perceived by this person, someone that you care about, is something that I feel like you do care about. Like you want to be seen in a nice light by this person. So it's like if you are ever caught in a situation where their vision of you or their view of you, of who you are at your best, is obscured because of what you have to hide, I think that it hurts. It hurts to know that you have no control over how you're being seen. But the thing about that is That's true today, it's true tomorrow, and it's true years and years and years from now. And I understand how fresh the effects of this realization may feel. But I think that remembering that simple fact, it will make the days ahead just that much easier to maneuver. Anyone that is truly worthy of you and is interested in you and wants what's best for you and likes you, that loves you, truly loves you, they will never judge you as viciously as you judge yourself, as you can judge yourself. So there's something that you want, and here it looks like to bridge the gap. And it just seems like you have the potential to live an entirely different life. It's like something is on the other end of you making them you making some decision, you taking some kind of step, or you know, it is about you. And it's about your need to be in control of it. I feel like some of you may have been worried about being held accountable for something, or being like judged critically or harshly for your actions or non-actions. And I'm pleased to say that the results look favorable. There's a lot of love here, Sag. There's a lot of love here. But I feel like someone is like blind in the face of it. Or it's like they don't comprehend just how deep it is. They can't grasp the scope of it. The only things that we can't have in this life are the things that we don't think that we deserve, or the things that we don't think that we can realistically achieve. And you will fool yourself out of blessings and out of the things that you can manifest just by tricking yourself into believing that you have no control over what happens next. You do. It's here. It's here. It's here. Like I said, that transformation is on the table, but it's pricey. And I think that because you could get hurt, you're not accepting what is also seeking you. I think that some of you were, if you were thinking about going on a trip, that's not happening. That's not happening. I think that you, yeah, it's just not happening. And I think that there are some people that are maybe disappointed by that, maybe a Scorpio or a Pisces, but I think that your mind is made up. I do think that you have like visions of love or visions of this Queen of Wands up here just keeps catching my eye. And it's like this can fizzle out and die. Or it can take off. And I think it all depends on how you water it. So you may be deciding to just let something go. There's also an energy of sacrifice up here. And it doesn't look like anyone else really is paying the price other than you. I think that looks can be deceiving. And I think it would benefit you to continue to not underestimate the fact that you may not have all of the answers, or that there is more to know about a situation. And I feel like because that variable of uncertainty is here, it's like you're wanting to postpone acting. I feel like there's some people that you just don't want to collaborate with. And it's like who you want to spend your time with, who you want to spend your energy with is where you want to go. And you have no issue turning your focus onto yourself. Now, on the topic of people that you don't want to deal with, let's talk about them for a second. I feel like there are people that it's like you're not even paying attention to them, Sag. They're not even your primary focus. But it's like they're the ones that have the most to say. And it's like they're the ones that are doing the most. And what's so unfortunate about it, I think that it has the very unfortunate effect of it's like they try to block your path. It's the energy of sabotage, or the attempt at least. And it's like they do this overtly by laying traps or saying certain things or asking too much of you, or they do it subconsciously. Just because of how aggressive their projections are, their inability to control their need to be negative, and their need to depend on your energy and on your input, on your opinion, on your advice. I feel like there are some people that just don't know how to respect your boundaries. And the thing is, like, you guys are very giving people, and I think that you have no issue sharing the things that you know if you feel like it'll be beneficial to someone else, if they'd be able to do something with that knowledge. But I think that people get greedy, and it's like they just don't understand that your energy is not disposable. It's the spark, it's the start of something and the end of something. You cover a lot of ground. And when it comes to teaching someone something, or giving advice to someone who has been venting to you, it's like you want to see someone take the advice that you've given them and then like do something with it, right? It's like you're supposed to build on that and, make it a way of life if you've implemented it and it has a positive effect on your life. What I'm talking about here is growth and making the most of these concepts, seeing them more than just something that sounds good, seeing them as more than something that looks good on a postcard somewhere, but seeing them as ways to live our lives, seeing them as ways that we can change our lives if we see the power in that idea, if we understand the purpose of those concepts and those ways of thinking. So it's like you may be dealing with some people who are just so wasteful in the way that maybe you have to talk to them over and over and over again, or you have to explain something to them over and over and over again. And it's like, when does it end? There could be something that's like getting like really, really monotonous. And it's like hard to stay focused on it. This down here is a whole story by itself. I'm going to talk about that in the extended. That's all about the fire sign. That same fire sign. That same water sign is here as well. So I see something here about a choice, and it looks like you are picking.